Coming out here to Johnson Valley, this is the hardest one-day race. Most side-by-sides come out. They are capable of a lot of things. These cars have come from Polaris, fully built.
We believe we built the best race cars that we can have.
We hit 90 miles an hour coming across the lake bed for the first time, and the car was planted. It felt fantastic.
Yeah, they're beautiful cars.
So obviously these cars are built to the nines from the factory. Coming out here to Johnson Valley, this is the hardest one-day race. When we're hitting the rocks, we're hitting the desert, we're cycling through everything that, is out here. Now, these cars are amazing, but there's always opportunity to improve. And ultimately, we're hitting a lot of driveline, we're hitting a lot of suspension components. We've got a lot of MBRP components on here, of course, obviously from exhaust, front bumpers, a lot of other goodies with all the lighting and everything as well. We've specialized these so that when we go out, we feel confident and ready to tackle anything.
Yeah, we're over here at the Yokohama trailer getting another set of wheels and tires mounted up for Josh's car. These ones are going to have red beadlock rings and the Geolander MT tires put on them for both the desert race and the rock race. Having a manufacturer here with the right equipment to mount and balance tires properly and get all the beadlocks torqued and everything set up, it's just a huge asset to us. That way we're not doing it in the dirt in the trailer. It just saves us a ton of time through doing other tasks on the race cars themselves. Again, just knowing the job's done properly and the bolts are torqued and everything's ready to go. And again, it takes work off of us to be doing other things with the race cars as well too. So huge support from Yokohama today for this.
Don't drop them.
Hey, how are you? Would you like some help?
Nice.
So I just back up and get the other one.
Come on, you can fit more, sure. Coming up one
When I first saw these cars, I thought, that's a lot of carbon. And yeah, they're beautiful cars. In the past, I've worked on a team and you get the vehicle, it's usually stock, and then you got to build it into something where SCI did such a great job building these cars for us. We just had some small things we got to do to make it work for us. But in racing, you get where you are now, and then you're looking for what the next edge is later and what you can fine tune and make better. So it's always a continuous path to just building and working upon on the car, on the equipment.
Yeah, we just got a chance to go do some media stuff and push the cars down the lake bed and through different technical sections. Milestone for us, hit 90 miles an hour coming across the lake bed for the first time.
90. Oh my gosh.
And the car was planted. It felt fantastic. Coming up through some technical rock sections as well. Again, just confidence is building day after day, lining up for these races coming up here for us.
All right, so you might ask yourself, why does someone buy a Pro R factory unit and you know, fully built, ready to go from Polaris, fully built and tweaked to tune and upgraded from SCI? Why do you buy one of those as the best production race car out there and then take it apart and, let's just say, make it better? Those rocks may look easy from here as we're standing on the lake bed looking out, but even the best race cars break up in those rocks. And Dave knows that, the race teams know that. So even by taking an amazingly built race car and making it more rock ready, it still doesn't even guarantee you that you're coming through the race course in the course of that day or finishing the race. So you know what? We believe we built the best race cars that we can have. We've got the best parts that you can put on an already amazingly built race car. So now we just need to be smart drivers, smart co-drivers, great team in the pits and paddock, and fingers crossed we're going to be blessed with a finish in KOA.